On the island of Sodor, there are lots of different engines that do lots of different jobs, from passenger trains to goods trains to even Henry the Green Engine pulling his favorite train of all, the Flying Kipper. And one day, Henry was idling at Brendam Docks waiting for his next train when Percy arrived.
Good morning, Cranky! What's up?
Just collecting rubbish from the sea. Litter bugs. Let me tell you something, kid. They go through all this trouble to make a huge mess across the island of Sodor.
So it's like fishing for rubbish instead of, fish. If only I could remember the time when Thomas went fishing, but I didn't hear all about the story quite clearly as I remember.
Yeah. But at the very least, we can all learn from our mistakes afterwards.
Good point.
Hey, I think I caught something. Come on, you.
Well, bust my boiler, Cranky, squeaked Percy. I never knew you had that much strength to lift an old sailing ship from the bottom of the ocean. Not to mention that if this thing was infested with ghost pirates, oh boy would it make my wheels wobble to think of it.
Har! Indeed, me hearty. Why, this thing was first built around the 1500s. Me driver told me all about it through one of his history books. They say that there was this one buccaneer who was so determined to look for the rarest treasure chest filled to the brim with gold. Yes, sir, the crew looked everywhere for that gold, though as years went by, the old sailing vessel's flotation would start to deteriorate, and thus was never seen again. Until today, that is.
Wow. Hey, Salty, do you think I can keep this thing?
Well, I don't see why not. Well, I better get back to work. Enjoy your new claim as Captain, Percy.
Don't worry, Salty. I will. Why, just think about what we can do with this thing, Henry. Perhaps with a few upgrades, this thing should be sent to a museum. Wouldn't you think so?
But Henry can only snort. What? That hunk of rubbish? I don't think so.
Excuse me?
Look, Percy, I get that, okay? You want to give the old captain's sailing vessel a good tuning up. I get that. However, that thing's like 5 centuries old plus 1. Why, it might as well be sent over to be scrapped.
Oh, a spoiled sport, huh? Look, I'll prove to you that I can get this captain's ship mended in a jiffy. Now you just watch me.
Oh yeah? Well, prove it, said Henry.
All right then, said cheeky Percy. I will. Now who does that silly tender engine think he is?
Oh, you cannot fix that sailing vessel from the 15th century. Pfft.
I'll show him. I'll show him.
When Percy arrived to Knapford Station, the Fat Controller was standing on the platform. Afternoon, Percy. What can I do for you?
Oh, you're not gonna believe this. When I came to Brendam Docks, Cranky the Crane had just fished out a huge pirate ship, and I was wondering if we can take it over to a museum. Sir, do you think you have the answer to that?
A museum, you say? This, of course, gave the Fat Controller an idea. Later that day, when Percy arrived at the station, a group of workmen were waiting, and so was the Fat Controller. He had taken off his hat and coat and was wearing overalls and a hard hat. At last, Percy took the Fat Controller's workmen over to the timber mill, where they would turn old trees into furniture and other things. And there was the old sailing vessel, sitting on the ground and awaiting its mended features. Soon everything was ready. The workmen got their tools prepared, Trevor and Terrence collected all of the logs as they could, and even the Fat Controller watched on, instructing the workmen how to fix the boat properly.
Haha! Henry is going to be quite astonished when he sees this.
Right, so anytime you want to switch the points, that'll be real peaches and cream. No can do, old pal. The switches have failed, and I cannot switch them back for you, Henry. No worries. We'll get the points mended in a jiffy. Just you wait and see.
So, for the time being, all Henry could do was watch the other engines passing by with their trains as they please. Eventually, Henry began to grow bored and was looking forward to a well-deserved drive back to the yards when he heard another engine's whistle. There was Percy chuffing by with his completed project, all while leaving a surprised Henry behind. The next day, Henry was looking forward to another important delivery to make when he came to a stop outside Edward's station.
Hello, Henry. What's up? Oh, Edward. Hello. Well, you see, I just saw Percy carrying what looks like the old pirate ship from Brendam Docks. Have you seen him?
Actually, yes, smiled Edward. He did explain to me at one point that he wanted to take it over to a museum for the sake of historical significance. Why not take a good look for yourself?
Hello there.
Hello. So, how do you like my new project? Quite improved, don't you think?
Why, I had no idea. Why, I should have never doubted you for a second. Hey, Percy, I'm very sorry about what I said yesterday. Can you ever forgive me?
Of course. Now, what do you say we take this new and improved sailing vessel over to the museum?